Hey WJCU, this is Nikolena Samac, the sports co-director for the pregame show, and I'm joined here with grad student quarterback Nick Semptimphelter. Nick, we're super excited to have you here today. How are you feeling on this beautiful Saturday?
Feeling great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're super excited. We're almost about to get started into the broadcast of John Carroll versus Kenyon. But before that, we want to start off with a couple of questions. So, considering you started off the football season with a bang, we might as well start this interview off like that too. WJCU Sports traveled down to Waynesburg, Pennsylvania for the season opener against Waynesburg University and got to witness firsthand you breaking the NCAA Division III single game completion percentage record, which was previously held by another Blue Streak, Mark Petruzziello from 2008. What was your mentality going into that first game of the season, and how did that game really set the tone for you?
Going into the first game, my goal as the quarterback really for every game is just to take what the defense gives me. And I feel like as an offense, we did a great job. And, in terms of setting the tone for the whole year, I think that was a great start to the year. I believe we had 38 points at halftime, which was great to see. And, it's great to get the season started off with a W.
Yeah, I mean, it was super exciting for us to watch it. And, we know that last season the team lost a lot of standout senior players, and you also retained a majority of offensive players like Ty Montgomery, Kenny Rawls, Nemo Jenkins. How did that offensive connection bring confidence into a new season and especially into a new NCAC chapter?
Yeah, it's been great. The guys you just mentioned, they transferred in last year with me as well. So this time last year, we were all new guys to the program, to the school. So, having an off season, having a spring that we could continue to get to know each other and work together through the off season program was great. And I think through the first 3 games of the season, we've done a good job of, building off of each other and the confidence we got to build in the spring.
So we know that the offensive line is pretty new this year, many of them being underclassmen. How important is communication with your offensive line, and how are you growing that confidence between you all?
Yeah, it's very important. Being my second year in the offense, it's been great. Just the confidence I've built in understanding, what they're doing up front, how they communicate, and then kind of the quarterback, being involved in that's been very important. And we do have some new guys up there, and it's been great being able to play behind them, and they've done a great job so far. So just taking it day by day, and especially the young guys we have up there, just continuing to build them up, and every rep they take, they're getting better. So it's been great to see.
Yeah, and I mean, they obviously started the season off really well. It was a flawless game against Waynesburg, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot of other great things this season. So, one of our favorite things to mention in the football broadcast is how strong your connection with your teammates is. We love seeing the connection between you, Montgomery, Rawls, and just everyone else on the team. Can you kind of touch on some of these relationships and how they impact your life on and off the field?
Yeah, definitely. So as you mentioned, Kenny Rawls, he's a brother to me. He's part of my family. He's been a part of my family for almost 10 years now. We went to high school together, and we kind of went our separate ways, and we both did undergrad. He was at North Alabama, and I was at Bucknell. But when we both graduated, and we knew we had some more NCAA eligibility, we wanted to play again together. So we got to transfer in together, and we lived together with my sister, who's on the basketball team. So that's been a great experience. We got 3 of our family members up here in University Heights, so that's been a lot of fun. And then other guys like Ty Montgomery, same thing. I met him last year when we transferred in together, but we spent a lot of time off the field together, so it's been great to build that friendship and that connection off the field, and so we can see it on the field. And then the other guys too, I'm in such a better place being the second year, more comfortable around the guys, and I'm a captain this year, so it's been great to be around them more and to spend more time with them on and off the field.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people, even fans, coaches, staff around this school, they really say that this football team in particular, it's a really special year. We also wanted to ask you specifically about Keller Moton, who, as a first year, has blown everyone's minds. Like you, he was a finalist for Mr. Football, and he's impacted the JCU game with a really unique quarterbacking role. How exciting is it for you to see such a young talent, and how do you see his role on the field changing the game?
Yeah, Keller's done a great job. Being a freshman and playing such a vital role on the offense is very cool to see. He's very eager to learn, and that's been cool to see. As a older guy, having a younger guy ask the right questions, and he wants to learn. So it's been very impressive to see in that veteran role, and he adds such a dynamic play style to our offense, which has been great for us. I mean, he can do a lot with his legs, and it's been a great addition to the offense so far.
So you hold several records in both the NCAA, OAC, and the John Carroll programs, including the previously mentioned passing percentage, single game touchdowns, most passing touchdowns in a season, and many more. Are you ever aware of these while you're in the game, and how do they create more pressure or help you relax knowing you're in the zone?
Honestly, no, I'm not aware. In the middle of the game, I think against Waynesburg, I came off the field, and Mr. Joe Ginley, he grabbed me and told me what was going on. I had no idea. Obviously very cool, and I'm very blessed to be in the position I'm in, and obviously wouldn't be here without my teammates. So yeah, while those things are very cool, I've not really been aware in the moment, but just can't thank the coaches and teammates enough for the position they've put me in.
You were also just named a Campbell Trophy finalist, which, for any of the listeners who aren't familiar, it's a trophy presented by the NFF annually to the nation's top college football scholar athletes. They recognize excellence in academics, on-field performance, and leadership. What does this mean to you, and how is it a testament to your hard work on and off the field?
Yeah, it means a lot. It's an extremely cool honor. I think I found out a couple days ago. Again, I'm very blessed to be in the position that I'm in, but I think it's more of a testament to this program, this team we have, and the coaches we have. And while my name is up there for the award, I think it's a team award, and I'm just very blessed to be in the position that I'm in.
So you're pursuing your MBA while also playing football, and you mentor students in the JCU Entrepreneurship Program. What are some of the biggest lessons you've learned in football that also apply to your academics, or even the other way around?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing I can apply to from football to school or vice versa is just, you know, when you're at a tough academic school like John Carroll, just being able to put your head down and work hard. And, you might not always be able to know the solution to the problem right away, but finding a way to put your head down and find the solution. It's important, with football, adversity hits as it does in any sport, and being able to apply that in school when you may not know the answer or really you don't even know where to start, it's important. And then when it comes to working in the Muldoon Center for Entrepreneurship, I think we do a great job of, mentoring our students, and kind of the same thing. It's entrepreneurship's tough, and finding a way to find a solution to a problem is kind of, the basis of entrepreneurship and filling a need where you find one.
So, final question about kind of your on the field performance. Is there a specific play this season that really stands out as a favorite so far?
Yeah, I think Ty Montgomery had a rushing touchdown against Waynesburg week 1, and I wasn't really too involved in the play, but just seeing, I think I remember watching on film, he got touched on the line of scrimmage, and you see all the offensive linemen in front of him blocking for him. He was trying hard to get into the end zone and gain as much yards as he can. So just seeing the will our offense has, and our offensive line out there blocking for him, that was really fun to watch.
And I'm sure that makes your job as quarterback so much easier, knowing you have such a strong-willed offense on your side. And I mean, we love calling the Ty Montgomery plays. He always manages to find his way into the end zone before we even know what's happening. So I also wanted to ask you a couple of fun questions that are kind of outside of football, just so the listeners can get to know your personality a little bit more. So outside of football, what sports do you think or wish you could go pro in?
Oh, geez, probably not think, more so wish. Definitely golf. I wish I was a better golfer. Tennis. I'm kind of I wouldn't say big tennis fan, but I enjoy playing tennis in my free time. So probably one of those two. I wish. I don't think I could go pro, but more so wish.
So at any level of football, which team has your favorite jerseys?
I think last year I said the Buccaneers creamsicle jerseys. I was watching Thursday Night Football last couple nights ago, and the Cardinals had some really cool jerseys, so I'd say those if I had to pick a different one from last year.
I feel like a lot of the NFL alternate jerseys, they're really cool. I know they do that a lot with the new era in football, or not, in basketball, and those are always really cool too. Final question, who on the team has your favorite celebration, and can you describe it for the listeners?
Tommy Wazinski, captain, senior defensive lineman. Whenever he makes a play, he puts his hand up and tells the crowd to get louder. I love that. It pumps me up when I'm on the sideline. And then Kenny Rawls and Ty Montgomery, they always have some new handshake every week when they score. So I'm not really too involved with that, but I get to watch, I guess. So that's pretty fun.
Yeah, those are awesome. We love to try and point them out from the press box, and I always look to see in the photos after from Sports Info what they have. So that was the final question for this interview. Thank you so much for joining us, and we wish you the best of luck in the game later today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And for the WJCU listeners, stay tuned because shortly, Owen Close and Caitlin Minnie will be broadcasting the John Carroll versus Kenyon game kickoff coming up right here on WJCU 88.7.